In this video, we present arthroscopic remplissage with all suture anchor mattress fixation in the beach chair position. We have no relevant disclosures. A standard posterior portal is created and diagnostic arthroscopy is performed to confirm lack of glenoid bone loss, quality of anterior-inferior labrum and labral tear, as well as to inspect the relative size and position of the heel sacks. Here we see a very large heel sac lesion with subluxation of the humeral head up to the glenoid rim and detachment of the anterior-inferior labrum from the glenoid. Viewing the heel sac lesion from an anterior portal made high in the rotator interval, the lesion is prepared using a rasp and a self-punching 2.8 mm double-loaded all-suture anchor and a self-punching 2.8 triple-loaded all-suture anchor are respectively placed at the anterior and posterior extent of the heel sac's lesion. Next, a sharp-tipped grasper is used to penetrate through the infraspinatus end capsule and grab suture from the anterior anchor to be later tied down in a mattress fashion. This grasper is inserted through the same incision as the posterior portal just next to the cannula, which was extended and hemostat used to expand the subdeltoid space. This process is repeated with both sutures from the posteriormost anchor, with both passed to be later tied down in a mattress fashion. In this case, using 3 mattress sutures to fully cover the footprint of our heel sac lesion felt acceptable, and thus the remaining sutures were unloaded from their respective anchors. Here we see a picture of all 3 sutures passing through the infraspinatus end capsule. All 3 sutures are tied in a mattress fashion with excess suture cut, completing the remplissage. With the remplissage complete, the humerus is brought posterior, allowing good exposure to the anterior-inferior labrum. The camera is returned to the posterior portal, and using the anterior portal, the capsulolabral complex is mobilized from its retracted position using a sharp periosteal elevator. An anterior-inferior portal is created under direct visualization low in the rotator interval. While gentle traction on the tissue is performed via grasper from the anterior-superior portal, a curved suture passer is passed from the anterior-inferior portal through the anterior-inferior capsule and labrum. A nitinol wire is passed through the capsulolabral complex and used to shuttle a traction suture to allow even greater access to the anterior-inferior labral tissue for capsular shift. The curved suture passer is then utilized again to shuttle a nitinol wire through the capsulolabral complex at the 7 o'clock position, which is grabbed and pulled out of the anterior-superior cannula. A pilot hole is drilled using a curved drill sleeve, and a 1.8 mm knotless all-suture anchor is inserted at the 7 o'clock position on the glenoid rim. The repair suture is retrieved through the anterior-superior portal and then shuttled back through the capsulolabral complex and out the anterior-inferior cannula using the nitinol wire. The white-black shuttle suture is used to shuttle the white-blue repair suture through the self-locking mechanism in the anchor. The traction suture is removed and the suture is further tightened to secure the capsulolabral tissue until desired loop tension. The suture is then cut flush to the anchor. This process is repeated 3 times, working from inferior to superior, completing the repair. The number of anchors and amount of capsular shift should be determined based on a variety of factors, such as degree of capsular laxity, the severity of instability, and the extent of tissue mobilization. Thank you for listening.